Hello and welcome to this very special conversation. We are absolutely delighted to be able to plan and host the first Women's Empowerment Conclave, which we are calling Trailblazers Women, Equality and Sport in March of 2023, on the 5th of March to be exact. And who better than to kickstart the announcement of this conclave than Sri Chanakya Chowdhury, Vice President Corporate Services, Tata Steel. And I'm delighted to be able to say that Tata Steel has come on board to be, in partnering us, helping us, advising us in trying to do a lot this year, starting with the Women's Empowerment Conclave. Trailblazers, Women Equality Sport with India's best athletes on 5th of March 2023. May I just go to Sri Chanakya Chowdhury? Mr. Chowdhury, thank you very, very much for all your support, help. I've been sort of knowing you for what, more than a decade now. Can you tell me where you come from? Because clearly the Tata Steel company, the group, you all have been the flag bearers of inclusivity in this country. So if you could kindly highlight to me the brand philosophy, the thought behind this partnership.
Thanks a lot, Boria. It's a pleasure talking to you as usual. As you rightly mentioned, that Tata Steel, though we are about 115 years old, but I think inclusivity was always a hallmark in Tata Steel. And when I say inclusivity, it's not only in sports, it's also in the operating cultures that we had in our plants and areas of various other manufacturing and services within the company. I recall when I joined about 35 years back, the tagline used to be always saying, equal opportunity employer.
Wow.
So I think this goes back as a legacy for us as Tata Group and Tata Steel. However, we are also in a country where women took a lot of time to get equal rights. And now that we are marching together towards an equal world, I think Tata Steel has also been taking its own strides and taking its own initiatives, whether it's in the field of sports or otherwise, where we are bringing in a lot of equality in diversity, gender diversity, and so on and so forth.
I remember you telling me that even in terms of your company, y'all are trying to promote, disability sports, sensitization towards that. A lot of such initiatives are going on from within the company. Can you tell me, even in terms of people employed, that there are a certain percentage? Can you highlight that a little bit for my listeners, please?
Okay, so as a company, we took on a target a few years back, saying that we should have at least 25% women employees in our overall workforce. So you can understand that our numbers till about 5 or 10 years back were in single digit in gender diversity I'm talking about. Now we are marching towards achieving this goal by 2025. We are, I think, doing well in terms of the kind of employments we are having from the women colleagues. And important piece that you touched upon is disability. And we have a very, very strong initiative called Sabal, which is housed under our Tata Steel Foundation, which used to be earlier the CSR team, which actually takes initiatives to engage with people with the special abilities that they have, whether it's in walking, whether it's in hearing or seeing, and trying to work with them through technology and science to ensure that they become equal partners for all of us in the society. And there's a lot which is happening on that Sabal piece as well, on the people with special abilities. So that's the second piece. But I think coming back to the women or the gender diversity piece, I think we are very proud that even in the 80s and 90s, we used to have a all-women fleet, which was called Tejaswini, and their work within the steel plant. And I'm talking about, now you have to take it to 90s and 2000, which was the liberalization era of India, where we had the all-women fleet of heavy machine or heavy earth-moving equipment being driven by these ladies within our plant. And it didn't take much to train them. Obviously, you need to kind of invest in training and stuff. But the efficiencies, the productivity, I won't take a minute to say that it was much higher than men like us.
Wow.
As we speak just now, some of our latest initiatives is actually we are currently having, I think we must be the only mining company in the country which has all women shifts in the mining areas, iron ore mines, and areas like that.
Fascinating, fascinating. I mean, may I also take this opportunity to announce that Tata Steel and RevSportz will also do a series, like Mr. Chowdhury just said. We will be doing a series on with athletes with special ability right through the year, starting middle of this year, as part of our build-up for the Paris 2024. And we'll continue this, obviously, next year, leading into the Olympics and the Paralympics. Again, thanks to Tata Steel and Mr. Chowdhury in particular for helping us, or helping me in trying to formulate this plan. Final question, Mr. Chowdhury, to you. Sport. I mean, if I look at the legacy in terms of Olympics, in terms of hockey, the ongoing World Cup, Tata Steel, again, flag bearers of Indian sport. How important is sport, able-bodied sport, and athletes with special ability for you and Tata Steel?
So I think you're touching a very, very raw nerve where we are concerned in Tata Steel, because again, everything in Tata Steel goes back to legacy, then we come to present, and then we talk about the future. But here again, I'll say, for many years, we've always had this tagline, and I think we all not only follow it in letter, but also in spirit, where we say sports is a way of life in Tata Steel. And frankly, some of us, when we joined Tata Steel, one of the questions in the interview was, which are the games, outdoor games that you guys play? And that was one of the selection questions which we were being asked. And I think that time it was more to do with, I would say, teamwork, collaboration used to be seen through these sports. But currently, we are actually making it more and more methodical, organized. We have 5 residential academies which we are running, managing. Started with football, as you know, in 1987. Then thereafter, we set up the archery academy. We set up the hockey academy very lately. In between, we had set up the athletics academy. And of late, just about a couple of years back, we have set up something called the sports climbing academy, which is under the Adventure Foundation, Adventure Sports. So we have these huge academies. Hockey, we all know, was the sport which our first chairman, Rab Tata, and then his brother, they took it forward quite a lot till the Olympics, and then it went forward from there. So that is how the sports comes in. But our initiatives don't end with these academies. These are specialized academies, and we are very proud that quite a lot of our Indian team contingent on archery is getting fed from our own archery academy. However, we also run close to about 26 training centers in various sports. And this is in Jamshedpur, in our raw material locations, and we are now trying to sow the seeds in our newer locations in Kalinganagar and Miramandi in Orissa as well. So sports is surely a way of life. Sports is now being looked at typically not from a engagement or a teamwork, but it is being looked at from a fitness and a health perspective as well. As you know, we are organizing ourselves and also promoting through partners the runs, the marathon in Calcutta, the runs in Jamshedpur. One of the premier runs of ours is in Normandy Iron Mine in Jharkhand, and so on and so forth. You also talked about the Paralympics or the para sports, so to speak. So we do have some sports persons who are with us, who are training and who go and participate in various events. Over and above that, the Jharkhand, the Special Olympics Bharat, that whole team state-wise, I head the Jharkhand state for Special Olympic Bharat. And I'm very happy to say it's not only Tata Steel. I have seen the likes of Steel Authority and many others who are joining hand with us. And there is a huge contingent which participates around the year, and we all support them and promote them in whatever way we can.
Fantastic. I'll end there because the tagline says obviously, and borrowing from the tagline, rather, we also make tomorrow. And with this partnership, thanks to Mr. Chowdhury, thanks to Mr. Narendran, thanks to everybody in Tata Steel, this collaboration, whether it is for the Women's Conclave, Trailblazers, Equality and Sport, whether it is through our Para Football initiative, whether it is through the series on Para Sport, I think we will be able to enrich and make a better tomorrow for this country. That's the whole idea, to create a better legacy. Thank you, Mr. Chowdhury, for joining me.
Thanks
and once again, thank you very, very much for all your support in making this a success. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Have a good day.